Join me as I dive deep into the mysteries of the Great Plains and try to uncover what's really happening to this iconic landscape. The Great Plains of North America, a vital ecosystem that stretches across the heart of the continent, supporting an incredible array of wildlife, agriculture, and climate. This vast expanse of grasslands and prairies is often overlooked, yet it plays a critical role in shaping the very fabric of our environment. The Great Plains are facing unprecedented threats. Habitat loss and fragmentation are rampant, with native grasslands giving way to intensive agriculture, urbanization, and resource extraction. Climate change is altering the delicate balance of the ecosystem, bringing more frequent droughts, intense heat waves, and devastating storms. And at the heart of it all, industrial agriculture is degrading the soil, polluting our waterways, and pushing native species to the brink of extinction. We're losing the battle to preserve the natural beauty of the Great Plains. The vast herds of bison that once roamed the prairies have been reduced to mere hundreds. The lesser prairie chicken, a species that was once abundant, is now fighting for survival. And the monarch butterfly, an iconic symbol of the American heartland, is struggling to adapt to a changing climate. As we stand at the crossroads of environmental catastrophe and ecological renewal, it's essential to understand the history that has led us to this point. The Great Plains have been dramatically altered over the centuries, from the arrival of European settlers to the Dust Bowl of the 1930s. We've lost touch with the indigenous communities that once thrived here, and we've forgotten the delicate balance of nature that once existed. But there is hope. Efforts are underway to restore the Great Plains to their former glory. Conservation projects are protecting vital habitats, reintroducing native species, and promoting sustainable agriculture. Indigenous communities are taking back control of their ancestral lands, practicing traditional stewardship, and reviving their cultural heritage. One of the most inspiring stories of conservation is the work being done to protect the lesser prairie chicken. Conservationists have come together to create habitat corridors, reduce human impact, and promote sustainable land use practices. It's a beacon of hope in a region that has been ravaged by human activity. The passage of critical legislation, such as the Great Plains Conservation Act, has provided a much-needed lifeline for this beleaguered ecosystem. It's a testament to the power of bipartisan cooperation and grassroots activism. In the face of overwhelming odds, there are still people fighting to preserve the Great Plains. From ranchers adopting regenerative agriculture to scientists studying the impacts of climate change, there is a growing movement to save this iconic landscape. So what's happening to the Great Plains of North America? The answer is clear. It's a story of destruction, but also of hope. It's a testament to the power of human resilience and the enduring beauty of the natural world. Join me as I take on the challenge of spotting and identifying the most incredible giants soaring through North America's open skies. From the majestic birds of prey to the impressive flocks of migratory birds, North America is home to some of the most fascinating and awe-inspiring avian creatures on the planet. And among these, there exist some true giants, with incredible adaptations that have allowed them to thrive in their respective environments. One of the most pressing issues facing these giant birds is habitat loss. As natural habitats are destroyed or degraded, these birds are left without the spaces they need to roost, nest, and forage. Climate change is another major threat, as changing weather patterns disrupt the delicate balance of ecosystems and make it harder for these birds to survive. On top of that, human interference, whether through pollution, hunting, or collision with human-made structures, only adds to the challenges these birds face. Human activity can have devastating impacts on giant bird populations. For example, the widespread use of pesticides has been linked to declining bird populations, as these chemicals accumulate in the food chain and poison the birds. Furthermore, the destruction of natural habitats through urbanization and deforestation has led to the loss of critical breeding and nesting grounds. In many cases, the threats facing giant birds are interconnected, with habitat loss and climate change combining to create a perfect storm of challenges. For instance, rising temperatures can alter the distribution of food sources, making it harder for these birds to find sustenance in their dwindling habitats. In addition to these challenges, giant birds also face threats from human ignorance and indifference. Many people are unaware of the critical role these birds play in maintaining ecological balance or of the urgent need for conservation efforts. One of the most iconic giant birds in North America is the California condor. Reaching wingspans of up to 10 feet, these magnificent creatures are a testament to the incredible diversity of the natural world. Despite their impressive size, however, condors are incredibly agile flyers, capable of soaring for hours without flapping their wings. Another giant bird species that has garnered significant attention is the whooping crane. With its majestic white plumage and striking red crown, this bird is a sight to behold. Reaching heights of up to 5 feet, the whooping crane is one of the tallest birds in North America, and its impressive stature is only matched by its incredible endangered status. Despite their impressive size, giant birds like the condor and the crane are incredibly vulnerable to human impacts. Conservation efforts are underway to protect these species, including captive breeding programs, habitat restoration, and education initiatives. These efforts have already shown promising results, with several species making a comeback in recent years. For instance, the California condor, once on the brink of extinction, has seen its population increase significantly thanks to dedicated conservation work. One of the most heartwarming success stories in giant bird conservation is that of the trumpeter swan. Once found throughout North America, this majestic species was hunted to near extinction in the early 20th century. However, thanks to concerted conservation efforts, the trumpeter swan has made a remarkable comeback, with populations now thriving in many parts of its original range. The key to the trumpeter swan's success lies in the dedicated work of conservationists who have worked tirelessly to protect habitats, reduce human disturbance, and reintroduce captive-bred birds into the wild. As a result, this magnificent species is once again thriving in North America's open skies. This incredible conservation success story highlights the impact that dedicated work can have on the fate of giant bird species. By working together to protect habitats, reduce human impacts, and support conservation efforts, we can make a real difference in the lives of these incredible creatures. The trumpeter swan story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of protecting our planet's biodiversity and the critical role that conservation plays in maintaining ecological balance. It's crucial that we continue to protect and conserve these incredible birds and the ecosystems they inhabit. By doing so, we're not only ensuring the survival of these majestic creatures, but also maintaining the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems. Join me as I set out on a quest to track down North America's massive bison herds in the wild. Let's see if I can find them all. Bison herds are an integral part of North America's ecosystem and cultural history. These magnificent creatures have roamed the continent for centuries, playing a vital role in shaping the landscape and inspiring indigenous cultures. Habitat loss and fragmentation, human bison conflicts, and disease transmission are just a few of the challenges bison face today. As a result, many bison herds are struggling to survive, and conservation efforts are underway to protect them. The American Bison Society, for example, is working tirelessly to preserve and restore bison habitats across North America. However, despite these efforts, many bison herds remain small and isolated, making it essential to identify areas where they can thrive. Unfortunately, many national parks and wildlife reserves that were once bison strongholds have seen a decline in their populations. In some cases, this is due to habitat degradation, while in others, it's the result of human activities like oil drilling and agriculture. This is why it's crucial to understand the current status of bison conservation and the challenges they face. By doing so, we can better appreciate the importance of preserving and protecting these incredible creatures. Conservation efforts are not just about protecting bison. They're also about preserving the delicate balance of our ecosystem and respecting the cultural heritage of indigenous communities. One of the best places to find massive bison herds is in Yellowstone National Park. With over 4,000 bison, it's one of the largest and most genetically pure herds in the country. The park's vast open spaces and abundant food supply make it an ideal habitat for these magnificent creatures. Another hotspot for bison is the Henry Mountains in Utah. This area is home to a thriving herd of over 500 bison, which roam freely across the rugged landscape. The Henry Mountains are particularly interesting because they're one of the last remaining habitats for genetically pure bison, making conservation efforts here crucial for the species' survival. In Canada, the Elk Island National Park in Alberta is a must-visit for bison enthusiasts. The park is home to a massive herd of over 1,000 bison, which roam freely across the park's vast grasslands. What's unique about Elk Island is that it's one of the few places where you can see both plains bison and wood bison in their natural habitat. The Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge in Oklahoma is another hidden gem for bison spotting. With a herd of over 650 bison, it's one of the oldest and most successful conservation projects in the country. One of the most impressive bison herds I've come across is the Wind Cave National Park herd in South Dakota. With over 350 bison, it's a moderately sized herd, but what makes it special is its unique genetic makeup. The Wind Cave herd is one of the most genetically diverse in the country, making it a vital component of bison conservation efforts. What's remarkable about the Wind Cave herd is its adaptability. Despite facing numerous challenges, including habitat loss and disease, the herd has continued to thrive. This resilience is a testament to the incredible strength and determination of these magnificent creatures. The Wind Cave herd is also a success story for conservation efforts. The park's management team has worked tirelessly to create a habitat that mimics the natural environment, allowing the bison to roam freely and live as they would in the wild. In conclusion, North America's massive bison herds are a true marvel, and it's essential that we work together to protect and preserve them. From the grasslands of Yellowstone to the mountains of Utah, these incredible creatures are an integral part of our ecosystem and cultural heritage. What's your favorite bison spot or experience? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about wildlife conservation, be sure to check out my next video, where I'll be exploring the fascinating world of wolf conservation in the American West. Join me as I dive into the wild world of giant prairie dogs and see if I can uncover the secrets behind their massive underground cities. In today's video, we will delve into the world of giant prairie dogs and their incredible underground cities found in North America. Despite their small size, these creatures face significant challenges in building and maintaining such vast underground networks. The tunnels they dig can stretch for miles, with some prairie dog colonies covering over 100 acres of land. That's roughly the size of 70 football fields. The scale of their construction projects is truly mind-boggling when you consider that each tunnel is dug by hand, or rather, by paw. Prairie dogs work tirelessly to excavate the soil, often in challenging soil conditions, to create complex networks of tunnels and chambers. This is no easy feat, especially considering the harsh weather conditions they face in the North American prairies. In the winter, the soil is frozen solid, making it impossible to dig. During the summer, the soil is dry and hard, requiring immense physical effort to break through. And yet prairie dogs persevere, driven by their instinct to build and thrive in their underground cities. Their engineering skills are on full display as they construct intricate tunnel systems, complete with multiple entrances and exits, ventilation shafts, and even separate chambers for different activities like sleeping and socializing. We'll discuss the social structure of prairie dog colonies, their engineering skills, and how these cities provide safety and resources for the entire community. At the heart of every prairie dog colony is a complex social hierarchy, with dominant males and females leading the charge. These alpha prairie dogs are responsible for defending the colony from predators, finding food, and even allocating resources within the colony. The social structure is crucial to the success of the underground cities, as each prairie dog plays a vital role in the colony's survival. Prairie dogs are incredibly social creatures, thriving in the company of others. They live in close-knit family groups, often consisting of multiple females, their offspring, and one or more males. The females in a family group are usually related, and the males will often leave their natal group once they reach adulthood. This social structure allows prairie dogs to cooperate and work together to build and maintain their underground cities, making them one of the most successful and widespread species in North America. In these underground cities, prairie dogs have developed an impressive system of communication that involves a variety of vocalizations, body language, and even scent markings. They are able to alert each other to potential threats, signal the location of food, and even gossip about each other's personal lives. This complex communication system is essential for the smooth operation of the colony, allowing prairie dogs to work together seamlessly and respond to threats in real time. The most surprising aspect is how these underground cities impact the surrounding ecosystem and the role prairie dogs play in their environment. Prairie dogs are ecological engineers, shaping their environment in ways that benefit countless other species. By digging tunnels and burrows, they create habitat for other animals, like rabbits, snakes, and insects. They also modify the soil structure, allowing water to penetrate deeper into the soil and creating fertile patches of land that support a wide variety of plant life. In turn, prairie dogs rely on their environment to provide them with food, shelter, and protection from predators. They are herbivores, feeding on a variety of grasses, fruits, and vegetation, which in turn supports the growth of other plant species. This delicate balance between prairie dogs and their environment is a testament to the intricate web of relationships that exists in ecosystems. Prairie dogs also play a crucial role in shaping the landscape itself, creating pathways and clearings that other animals use to navigate the prairie. By controlling vegetation growth and creating these pathways, prairie dogs inadvertently support the movement of other species, like buffalo and deer, which in turn support apex predators like wolves and mountain lions. In summary, giant prairie dogs are not just cute animals. They are skilled architects that create complex underground systems crucial for their survival.